You're listening to another Woodshop podcast, the okayest podcast of its type. Your hosts are Daniel Dunlap of Daniel Dunlap Woodworks, Peter Kopar of Petrie's Workshop, and Braden Boakes of Little Bug Woodworking. You can find them as well as the podcast on your favorite social media channels.
Welcome to episode 265 of another Woodshop podcast, where we now say howdy unironically after spending just 3 days in Texas. Join us as we recap this trip to the Texas Woodworking Festival and tell you all about the cool stuff and the makers we met along the way, as well as tell you about how Dan and Braden almost ended up in the ER from a barbecue overdose. Would have never happened in New Jersey, I'll tell you what. So make like a brisket and rest for a few hours as we enjoy this week's podcast. What's going on, boys?
Make like a brisket. I like that.
Yeah, because you got to let it rest. But the podcast won't be 10 hours. 2 tops.
And we
just minimum for a brisket.
Yeah,
everybody knows that
towel wrap it.
The proper way to do a brisket is like 16 hours, maybe 24.
Well, that's the smoking. I'm talking about resting afterwards.
All I know is that we sound better inside a cooler.
Yeah. Yeah. So you smoke it and then you go Jimmy. You duress that thing. Okay. Yeah. That's it. Speaking of wrapping things and putting them in a cooler, Dan.
Our patrons.
Was that a threat?
Gentlemen and everybody listening, we have 4 new patrons.
Whoa! What did we do something right
or wrong? I don't know.
Fair enough.
One of these patrons, they joined right while we were all sitting at a table,
eye to eye.
Those 4 new patrons are Jeremy Johnstone, Platte Valley Woodworks, Tim, and Matt Shipley. Thank you to everybody who joined. We appreciate you. And we want to give a big shout out to all the VIPs that we appreciate just a little more. And they are as follows. Jeremy Johnstone, he's the one that joined right while we were sitting at a table.
Wow.
I think Braden said something that like sold him, but I can't remember what it was. Anyway, Jeremy Johnstone, Tim Barnes from Earthworm Jim Woodworks, Greg at G&M Design Co., Scott Crabtree at Crabtree Creative, Dominic over at the Crafty Sloth, Sean Renshaw at Native Woodworking, Nick at NSM Woodcraft. Hey, there's another Nick.
Hey.
Chris Lamoureux at Homefront Woodworks, Duffy Woodcraft, Mr. Alex Duffy, Greg Bennett over at Windy Acres Works, Greg D'Ambrosio at GTD Woodworks, Damon from BWG Woodworking, Jeremy Kleba, Alex Better Than Duffy Adams over at Type A Furniture, John Herbolsheimer at Live and Laugh Woodworks, Nick Vreeland from Envy Woodshop, Jared LaPuma at LL Builds Woodworking, Tyler Booth from Temecula Yard Games, Henry Lutens at Manfreda Wood, Justin Frazier from Fraser Canyon Woodwork, Sarah with Rosie's Woodshop, my personal favorite YouTube sensation, El Jefe, over at Maker's Way, Victor at Whim Designs, 10 Finger Nick is obviously Nick Brim because he still has all his 10 fingers. I think he's throwing shade at
Weird
Vreeland.
Flex.
He's throwing shade at Vreeland. Shite. It's Thursday. Is Max Reed over at Redesign Co. He didn't say shite. I'm trying to keep it family friendly because we learned things at Texas. In Texas. At Texas?
Of Texas.
Bill Burkle over at WTB Woodworking, Malcolm at Bossa Nova Workshop, Crafted with Machines and Love is Patrick Gensel, Ed Mancini over at Mancini Woodworking. I just saw a black figure walk behind me. It was Max. Chris at Chris Will Make, Willow Creek Lumber is our buddy Scott Shirk, James Alford over at Trash Panda Woodworking, Trash Panda Workshop.
The Pandemonium.
Justin Bailey at Campfire Woodworks, and as always, keeping him in line, Mr. John Grubb over at Grubb Will Make. That is,
he do be making
all of our patrons.
He do. Scale of 1 to 10, he be making.
Want to help us out by joining Patreon, you can go to patreon.com/anotherwoodshop podcast, or just head over to iloveawp.com. Get signed up for one of our many tiers over there. And when you sign up, you get entered into our monthly giveaways, Braden.
Our monthly giveaways are so freaking dope. Or if they're not, they are plentiful. One giveaway every single month of 2025. Dan doesn't get to make these decisions anymore. This month, if you either sign up for any of our paid tiers on Patreon, you donate to our St. Jude's team page at arethechairs.included.com, or you donate any amount of money in a multiple of 5 to the Pat Lap Legal Fund, and then send me a DM because I can't track those. You'll get an entry for every $5 that you donate, or you get entries just based on being a paid patron into our monthly giveaway. And this month we are giving away not 1, not 2, not 3, not 5, but 4 clamp companions from Timber River Tool Company. These things are dope. I love them. It's easily one of my favorite things in my shop for gluing up big, long panels and then keeping them out of the way, because they swing up against the wall, to the window, and then back to the wall. So anyway, go check them out, timberrivertoolcompany.com, and get entered in to win in any of those ways. Check out the show notes, too, and you find all sorts of links and stuff. Pete?
Wow, wee wah.
Dope.
And also in our show notes, you are going to see all of our wonderful sponsors like Maker Camp, which we're stoked for. Dan, how many days? 18?
18 until we check in for our flights, which means it's probably 20 or 21 days until
28 days.
It's 30 days. They show up real early. But yeah, very excited. It's only 18 days away. It's 3 weeks, roughly, 2.5, 2 and change. It's I'm not ready. Mentally, I'm not prepared. I feel like all I've been doing is doing trips, but I am very, very, very excited for Maker Camp. Of course, it's one of our, if not the most favorite event that we go to every single year. We get to hang out in the woods, hang out with all of our favorite makers, see all of our favorite brands, and get hands-on with all the power tools they got there. We do blacksmithing, woodworking, leatherworking, sewing, flattening, and then chainsaw milling. They got a lot of cool stuff over there. And they have exhibitors. You could do classes, sign up for them. Go check out the schedule. Go to Catskills Mountainmakercamp.com, or just check the show notes for the link. And we gave away 2 tickets to 2 lucky winners. Nick and Yosef won, so congratulations, you guys. If you want to know which Nick, too bad. If you're the right Nick, you will know. The other 17, sorry, guys. So many Nicks. And then, no, but it was Nick Paciatano, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I believe you pronounce it Pachiapupi. And then Yosef's last name, do we remember? Chandra.
There it is. Thank you. So they won. Congratulations, you guys. Very excited to see you there. And to all of our other patrons that are going to be at the event, make sure to look for us on Saturday at some point. We're going to be doing our patron pizza party, the Triple P. So it's the AWP Triple P. So come on, you don't want to miss it. It was a blast last year, except that time Alex Adams dropped all the pizzas on the ground. That's fine.
Don't worry, we're charging him.
The pizza had
he's
more
going to pay for half.
And,
he's going to pay for half the pizza this year.
And one of our other sponsors who we had to meet in person and hang out with at the Texas Woodworking Festival, Jake's from Airweights. Airweights is absolutely killing it. They have such a dope setup. We have to hear how quiet the compressors are, or vacuum pumps in this case. I actually learned something fun. Although they look like the California Air Tool compressor, these are actually built slightly differently to maintain a vacuum. Not only that, these are tested up to 72 hours under vacuum, and it uses very little power to maintain the vacuum, less than 2 amps. So that's pretty awesome. He said he's actually had people leave the vacuum pump running, go to sleep, not advisable, but go to sleep, come back the next day, resume the carve, and the piece hasn't moved because it's still vacuumed down to the table. That's a ballsy move, you guys. We can't endorse it, but it did happen. So that's pretty cool. And my favorite thing is they are releasing an 8x8 collaboration with Vacuum Dog. So it'll be a bench dog MFT style system that will fit into most dog holes as long as they follow the 20 millimeter and 96 millimeters center to center.
The woof to woof ratio.
The woof to woof ratio. And that is actually, it's really awesome. I saw him set it up and the work holding's awesome. It does need a surface that is sealed, I guess, a smooth sealed surface. So, as long as you got finish on your workbench or melamine or Formica, you should be good to go. And it's pretty dope because honestly, that's the real work holding piece that a lot of people have been looking for the workbench, not the CNC. So they're branching out into other parts of the woodworking world. So, stay tuned.
Can I just say this about Jace?
Yeah.
He's keeping it real and holding it down.
And the mustache. Am I right?
See what I did there?
I have never seen a blonde man with a mustache look so good. Anyways, you showed AWP for 10% off your order at airweights.com.
Honestly, me neither. Thing's great.
Stash was sexy.
Just remember, Pete, I will be in your home while you sleep within, what was it, Dan? 18 days? 19 days?
18 days, 19 days, yeah.
Right, and there are cameras everywhere.
Oh, I'm aware. I know how to disable them.
And I hope you watch them.
So, yeah. Texas Woodworking Festival.
It was the thing that happened. We did it.
We're making it sound like it was awful. No, it was a lot of fun.
No, it was great. Loved it.
A lot of fun.
I'd go so far as to say that it is busting.
Ugh.
And we all know how much Braden liked it if he said that about it. I mean, he doesn't just throw that around willy-nilly.
It slapped
Come on.
I would go so far as to say it is my new favorite event in the southern part of the United States.
I would agree with that.
Where on the map is Nebraska?
Mid.
Dead center.
We're mid.
Pretty
You
mid.
did.
The kids
Yeah,
say.
right, you guys are.
Pretty
We're
mid.
No, but it was a lot of fun. It was a pretty dope festival. It was, I don't know, I kind of went into it thinking of it as like a workbench con, but I walked away from it being more like a trade show, or I don't want to compare it to the woodworking shows because we've talked about that for a while. That thing has been run into the ground. And where I jokingly always say it's a sea of old men, and that one, this was a new crew. This was a lot of people our age that are young. They're still young.
There's at least two of them that were live.
Are you calling me young? And
Yes, I'm trying to hold on to not my gray hairs, but I think it was a really dope thing. And the first day was they did something new this year. They did a content creator, a couple of talks day early just for people that want to get into woodworking adjacent content creation. And
that was good.
I will say that one of the talks genuinely shifted the way I think about YouTube content and content as a whole.
I'll come out and say it. It was Drew Witt.
It was the video game guy.
It was Drew Witt. Then Jason came out, and Jason Hibbs, and who's a good personal friend of mine. I have his cell phone number.
So Dan, what did you think of the event? I don't want to hear Pete talk anymore. Him and his.
But yeah, Hibbs is great too, but he was complete opposite.
Look, I do want to say we give Drew Witt a lot of shit on this show, and we do it out of love.
And he deserves every second,
every little bit of it.
But he knows his stuff. He knows what he's talking about, and he gave a really good talk. And he actually gave me some things to think about as well, like my life.
It was a true yin and yang.
It really was
thing because, and I mean, Drew walked up and he said, "Look, you're going to hear from Jason Hibbs in a little bit also, and he's going to say the exact opposite things as what I'm saying." And then Jason walked up and said, "Yeah, Craig made this presentation. I'm under the impression that it's the exact opposite of what Drew said." And he did. I mean, it's two very different approaches to content creation. Drew is very analytical. He's very focused on the thumbnails, and Jason is just here to have a good time and be good looking, and generally that's enough in America to make it big on YouTube. So
It is. Can confirm.
Hey,
That's why none of us are big.
Though, you do some digging on his page. No beard,
Look,
Jason.
not
I
great.
always bring up the
Different.
fact that he used to have a video out there of him singing like a Backstreet Boy.
Oh, I think that's still out there.
And I don't know if he scrubbed it or like every time I bring it up, he just kind of looks at me funny and then
I think it's
doesn't-
just unlisted, but it's still out there. You got to have the link.
You got to have the OnlyFans.
well, it's out there. It's out there.
I was mostly disappointed that
Not a
Jason
joke.
in his entire presentation didn't just lift his shirt and show off the six pack. I'm going to be honest, that I was waiting for it.
Yeah, me too.
Huh.
But a girl can dream, right? Well, you guys missed one of the talks because we all did because we went to get a light lunch, some light bar. Me and Keith stepped out for a moment and they started the next class. We're like, I'm starving. Let's go get food. And then I forgot Dan and Braden existed. And then
You
I
left us
Thanks
in
for
the
that.
room.
I did.
He-
but then I texted you guys or called or something.
No, you didn't.
Or you
didn't do
texted
any
me.
of that. We texted you.
Yeah, but then I
together.
said, you guys are allowed to join me.
Together, ape strong, Pete, not apart, ape strong.
Listen, I saw the biggest two names walk out of that room, Drew and Keith, and I went, I'm going with them.
Again, a text, a tap on the head, something.
Just a little nod or something.
Well, here's the thing. While Pete was off picking up more cell phone numbers to name drop about, Dan and I realized, hey, we're hungry too. Where's Pete? And then we learned about the deep cut betrayal.
The deep cut was into the meat that we all
And
ate.
so Dan and I
getting
did
there.
what Dan and I do best. We ran around unsupervised.
Yeah, I really f***ed up by leaving those two alone.
And
Let
we
me
were
do
in the
my
same
part of it.
building as you.
So we show up at Terry Black's. It's right across the street from the Palmer Convention Center. You kind of figure out like, all right, you get the side, you get the meat, whatever, and it's all
It feels
big
like a
portions.
very express school cafeteria situation.
Yeah.
It's very rushed.
Yes.
And I went through and I just got like the chopped brisket sandwich or whatever, and like a side of beans or rice or whatever it was, and then that's it. And I had a water, and I'm like, all right, cool, we'll go out there. And honestly, that was filling. That sandwich, quite large. The rice always expands with water. So that's all I got, and I was very full.
I went to Texas for three things: a festival,
Check.
a Whataburger,
Check.
and barbecue.
We beat it with the
We have-
stick.
we have barbecue at home.
We checked it with the stick. We got barbecue at home.
All right.
So yeah, why don't you guys tell me how you ordered your food?
Dan,
Like men.
I know how my experience was. I try not to be disheveled and I try not to be rushed. And I was thrown off by how quickly the tides were moving. What was your experience in line? Because it wrapped around the joint.
It moved fast. When you first go in, you're like, oh my God, this line is massive. We're never going to get through here. And then before you know it, you're like, got to make a decision right now.
14 seconds later, you're at your table wondering what just happened.
And it is
And
90 degrees out too, by the way. It's
Oh my
yeah,
Lord.
everyone's sweating.
It was rather sticky and awesome.
Stop making excuses. Tell me what you ordered.
I ordered mac and cheese,
Busting.
the corn something or other. What was it?
It was like a corn chowder, like a
Like
corn
a
slaw.
corn Southwest corn chowder thing.
Something to remind you of home.
Was really good.
Busting.
We get up to where they keep the meats, right? And then you got to pick your meat. So
Oh, yeah.
Brayden are like overwhelmed with all the meat choices. I was like, I absolutely want brisket. And then they pulled out a new brisket and they cut off the end and he set it aside. I was like, whoa, bro. No,
What's that?
I want that piece and I want 3 more pieces of brisket. And then he cuts me off
Which
to
brisket.
be fair,
was
I think
already
he
a
gave,
lot of meat.
I think he gave us the burnt end for free. He told us that was like a free sample.
Okay. I was good. It tasted like pastrami. It was really good. And then like off to the side, Braden and I see these giant beef ribs. I mean, these things were massive. They must have been like 5 pounds a piece. And
I
I'm
could
not
do the
even
math based on. I could do the math
I'm
based on what we paid and figure
not
out
even
how much of a
exaggerating.
building they
It
were.
was easily a 12-inch bone.
That's what she said.
Nice.
Yeah, without even looking at the price, we were like, yes, we need one of those. So we had them
Each.
There's people right now listening to this just shaking their heads. It's just like, oh my god, these
yeah,
Midwest
Braden
boys.
and I each got a giant like brontosaurus rib.
On top of the brisket and burnt ends and sides.
No, okay. To be fair, the brisket, we got a third of a pound of brisket because they do everything based on weight, and so a third of a pound of brisket, it's really not that much. It's three, I'd
It
say,
did also melt in your mouth.
medium-sized slices. Yeah, it wasn't a ton.
Delicious.
But yeah, Dan.
Yeah, so we ordered that, and then they told us the total, and Braden and I's
Right here is where
jaws
I
hit the floor.
grown man shit my pants.
I literally said out loud, "What the?"
The lady was scared. Apparently,
They thought there was going to be a crime committed. Well, I think we've slow cooked this one long enough. Dan and I's meal,
it.
the two of us, we were at 170, and then on top of that, they flipped the
That's
thing
not
around.
our
It's
weight.
like, hey, here's a what do you want to tip? And I panicked. I never tip if I have to go up to the counter. Here, I was just like, what's happening to me? Okay, push the button. Dan and I spent $200 on lunch.
on one singular meal, two singular meals.
It was enough to feed
The worst
most of
part
the
is-
line.
The worst part is, and then the worst part is, we couldn't even finish it all.
I don't tell people that, Dan. We can't tell that story.
I would have took it to go, but we had to go back to the conference, and we were going to be there for several more hours, and it was.
You would have been the best smelling guys in there.
We should have just hid it in somebody's booth. We should have left it in Drew's booth. That's what we should have done.
Yeah, but it would have gone bad with how hot it was. Like
I know,
Yes,
but that's why we should have left it in Drew's booth. Actually, we could have left it in that other booth and just, after it.
I did
After
some
a turn.
damage on there. I only threw away about $30 worth of meat.
Oh,
I
no,
gotta say,
we went to town.
so I tried.
I did not feel good the rest of the
beef
day,
rib,
I'll tell
a
you
piece
what.
of that, incredible. And
Yeah.
the brisket, I had some too. That was good. The burnt ends, just
Oh,
so good,
It
'cause it's-
tasted like
it's just-
pastrami. It was so good.
it's how some people like brownie corners.
Yeah.
They like the edge.
Yeah,
Same thing with any kind of smoked meat. I want the edges,
right
the
on.
crusties.
I believe it.
Ooh,
I
child.
agree with it.
And here's the thing. So Terry Black's it's like Arthur
Terry
Bryant.
Black's is getting a lot of free pub here.
Not
Send him a
sponsored.
bill. Bill.
Terry Black's is kind of like Arthur Bryant in Kansas City. Like it's the tourist it's one of the tourist locations. But
I
here's
have
the
no
thing.
idea what any of those places are.
It still slaps. Like it was still
To
phenomenal.
this Nebraska guy, it was fantastic.
But you
That's
ask
what we're
any local and they immediately, that's like the worst
yeah.
of the options that you can get. It's like,
Yeah, a few
okay,
locals
that's
were
fine.
like, "Oh, you went there."
If that's the worst, emotionally, I probably couldn't handle the best. I'm gonna be honest. I'd probably
Probably
just
not.
cry in public, and I'm a grown man. I don't want to do that again.
I'm gonna jump around a little bit to the other food experience that we had. That
We
was
are
semi-memorable.
We are packed of beef ribs at this point. We will not be jumping with you. We will slowly walk.
Slowly roll. Just get on your side, roll them down. And that was Lewis and Clark, or
Louis and Lust.
Louis
Yeah.
Armstrong.
it's
Louis
the one
and
that's it's
something.
got like a Michelin star. And first of all, we get there and they're sold out of almost everything.
We did
So,
get there
we
very late.
got there late.
Yeah, we got a kit and caboodle of stuff. So we figure out what to order, and we
People
walk
are
up
going to be like, "Did you guys do anything other than go to barbecue joints?"
and
Here's the
we'll tell those people, you shut your face, you keep listening.
Yeah, not really.
We walk up to the carving station,
Oh yeah,
and they have a butcher block with, I'm not even exaggerating, a 2-inch deep.
I'd go
Gash.
as far as to say 3-inch.
Yeah, it was. And the crazy thing was they were using like those flat, like rounded tip brisket knives that are like, I don't know, like 14 inches long. And I'm like, how are you even getting a flat cut on that? So,
Right?
and it might not seem like a lot, but literally a divot.
And we all said we could fix that, and the guy like rolled his eyes.
He's
Like
not
he's
happy
probably
with us.
heard that about 1,000 times.
Yeah, it's like 500 feet away from the Austin School of Witchcraft and Wizardry. So,
By the way, the burger that I ordered, it was probably one of the best ones I've ever had. I bit into it and I instantly realized it wasn't just ground beef or whatever. It was leftover brisket pieces smushed into a patty. It was like shredded brisket shaped into a patty.
Wait,
and just cooked enough to make a crust on it. Because inside it was still like red and dude.
You could do that?
I didn't know you could do that. It was so good.
I was sitting
You
next
didn't
to
tell
Pete.
me at the time.
You were on the other side of the table.
You
I
could have
was
yelled.
I was sitting next to Pete. He audibly moaned.
I had a in-body experience.
He had a moment. He had a Texas wife, and it was a burger.
I feel like everything they had there was good. They got
The
like
Frito pie
cornbread.
the Frito pie was phenomenal. If you know, you know.
Yeah.
If you don't know, go figure it out.
Frito pie is just tiny nachos.
It's basically it's basically chili, but with
Nachos you can eat with a
Fritos.
spoon.
Yeah.
and you can put it in a bag and walk with it.
I got
still-
cornbread because I was still like super full from Terry Black's.
But
Yeah,
it was
we didn't eat
green.
much.
It was a special type of
It
cornbread.
was blue.
It was
Or
blue.
It was blue. Abadi Baba Die.
What was the extra thing in it?
Butter.
It wasn't just
It came
cornbread.
with like a mango butter with strawberry slices. It was really good.
Was it perchance a compote?
Ooh,
I-
look at
it
this guy.
I could have been. I
There
don't
was
know,
a
that's
Michelin
weird
star.
word.
I guarantee it was a compote or deconstructed or
Compote.
something.
And
Compote
you know a
sounds
place
right,
that just
actually.
they have like a brisket or a burger or sandwich that's the best, and then they just fall short and everything else. They put chips on a plate instead of instead of fries, or the fries are clearly like out of bag, frozen.
McDonald's.
Double fried, thin cut fries. They were delicious. I see why they got a Michelin star. Everything out of the park.
Miso baked carrot.
That was a lot
Left
better than I
feet.
thought.
Left field.
Yeah, it was pretty good, Dan.
It was good. I tried it.
And as a
like-
Polish man,
like-
I will say the sausage there slapped that sausage.
Yeah, the carrot was like Bugs Bunny in a dress. Surprising, but really carried the place.
Hope this doesn't wake anything up in me.
Surprising and also sexy.
You said
tell
it,
you when
Dan,
you're
not
older.
us.
We'll tell you when
thinking
you're
it.
older.
You were thinking it. Don't act like you don't.
So we went to. Oh, okay. Well, let's finish
travel
up the
back in
food.
time.
Yeah, let's finish
Oh.
up the food. Dan, we get there late.
Where'd we
we
get
all
to?
get there late. We landed in Austin, so we
Oh yeah.
we get our
got there a little
Ubers.
later.
You and me, we are unsupervised roaming the town,
Mhm.
and by that I mean Ubering to the hotel. Our Uber driver takes us to the wrong hotel. Luckily, we quickly figured that out. And then we meet up with people in the lobby, and then we go and we take you on a special little journey to have something for the first time.
Who, me?
What?
You,
A
Dan.
burger?
What did you have for the first time on this trip?
I broke out of my shell. I fell off the wagon a little bit.
You
I'm
finally
right back
ate
on the
quinoa.
wagon. But I had some drinks. I had some drinky poos.
What did you eat, Dan?
I don't care about that.
I don't know what you're getting at.
Whataburger.
Yeah.
You had a
Oh,
Whataburger for the
Whataburger.
first
A
time.
burger.
Whataburger's great. And I'll say this, and I don't care what kind of backlash I get from this.
I
I
can't
don't
wait.
care
and
if the, I
already
don't care
agree
if
with
the
There was no Casey's
FCC
burger.
cancels us. Whataburger is better than In-N-Out.
you.
In-N-Out
Absolutely. 100%.
is overhyped.
It's
And
pretty. It's pretty burgers. That's what In-N-Out is.
Whataburger
Whataburger, that's meat.
Slaps. That's good.
That's
That's
Hank
good.
Hill's burger.
you know what the really nice thing is? They have someone walking around with a tray of sauces. And where every other place it's like, well, it's an extra 25 cents. Like, all right, whatever. I know how this works, Jeremy.
Remember when we went there the last day and Braden got was it Braden or was it Pete? I can't
was
remember which
me.
one of you. Braden got
was
up to
me.
meet the guy with the sauce tray. Like,
You wouldn't
he
look him in the
wouldn't make
eyes.
eye contact.
To be fair, I did the same thing.
It was so funny. Pete and I were, or not Pete and I, Keith and I were dying. It was.
Oh, I mean, I was laughing at him too, but then I did the same thing.
Listen, not everything's a joke, guys.
Here it is.
According to Keith. it is.
So anyway, so that was most of our food.
Hey, how was the event? The food was great.
Let me tell you about the food.
It was amazing. Actually,
But
the food
let's-
at the festival itself, they had it was catered by different.
Yeah.
Cilantros,
Dude,
the spiciest. of
the bowls
lettuces.
that they had were incredible. They were so
Mhm.
good.
It was catered by like
The place
we
was called
talked to
Cilantros.
Austin Waldo, like, and they had a choice to either use the event center's catering, or they had to pay extra to use
their own.
other catering, and they opted to use other catering, and it was
so glad
worth
they
it.
did. Yep.
They paid money to not get service from the place.
True facts.
Worth
And it was-
it.
Top convention
It was
food
amazing.
in the maker world. First, funnel fries at Maker Camp. I don't think they even had them last year, but back in the day. Second was this food.
Mhm.
And it was great because it was in the event center, whereas like other stuff, you got to go outside, you got to go out, you got to go down the lobby, you got to go somewhere. Here, it's part of my loop was just drinks, food, like all sorts of stuff.
It was fantastic.
Yeah.
Good job on that one, Austin.
Yeah.
Also, do you think that they would still take? I have a drink ticket.
You
left.
still have a drink
Send
token.
it in.
You think they'd give me a Dr.
Bring it
Pepper or
next year.
something?
Bring it next
Yeah,
year.
there you go. So listen, now jumping back to the actual event, I really personally enjoyed it because unlike like the other woodworking shows or other kind of vendor style events, this one was full of like newer brands. You know, there was a bunch of 3D printed products. Shaper was there. You had Surf Rep there. It felt like a real nice modern trade show, but also because it wasn't flooded with like the old timey woodworkers, I talked to almost every booth, which was really nice. Like I talk except the insurance agents and the massage people. Weird and
It
renewal.
was
but
a
I
massage
understand.
booth.
Yeah, there was.
But I'll say this: the massage booth was always busy
It was. It really was.
because they were giving out free massages.
Yeah.
I walked past. Oh yeah, it's like an electronic pain mitigator thing. I walked past it, and the guy's like, "Hey," and I couldn't understand him because I was tired. at that
rushing
point.
past.
I was run down, and I was not ready for him. But he started asking, "Oh, this it helps make the pain go away," and I just immediately told him, "No, I like the pain; it drives me." And he was like, "You like the pain?" I'm like,
Don't
"See ya,"
question
and
it.
then I just left. But
Don't
yeah,
question
I think I confused him a little bit.
Braden was like, "That dog in me is the pain I make along the way." Just mixing all his metaphors.
Listen, I'm
Is
making
that
my
a-
way downtown.
That might be a
Pain
show
is
title.
fast.
Yeah, I was gonna say I know Braden really wants "Not Everything's a Joke" for show title, but I think that might be a
What was it
contender.
again?
Listen, Pete, not everything's a joke.
That dog in me is the pain I make along the way. Oh, damn, so dumb.
But yeah, there was a ton of good brands. I do want to point out the irony that Dan and I walk in and we're walking around and we're
I'm
seeing
still
who's
writing
there.
down the show title.
I knew that Reed from Timber River Tool Company was going to be there, so I was kind of looking for his booth, and I'm having to type it in
Here we go.
because now but anyway, so we find Reed's booth. He's right next to Boss Dog, and we look directly to the right next to him, and lo and behold, it's a Nebraska boy. It's Dustin from Canyon Fire Tools, right next to next to Timber River Tool Company. And I'm just like, listen, this is mentally going to break me at some point because now you guys are together and I can see you at the same time. And now my brain is just convinced that you're the same.
This is
the
literally
same thing now.
the girlfriend running into the wife.
Pretty
At
much.
a
Yeah, that's
supermarket.
exactly what happened. I'm like, hey guys, I'm super sorry that I keep mixing up your brands. I love both of your tools. But I've got that dog in me. So
Here we go.
but yeah, I mean, there was a ton of really cool brands. There were some new brands. We ran across a machinist who was a race car technician who suddenly decided that his hand plane and his angle gauge were not doing the job for him. So he designed them like race cars. And there was a bunch of other people. Rockler that was there, Woodcraft was there. I was shocked that they weren't required to do a dance battle.
Yeah.
I was a little offended.
A little upset about that, but
They should have done that on the stage.
I think they should have done it in the parking lot, and
They
they could have just taken one axe from that one dude and chucked it on the ground and been like, all right, whoever makes it out.
Kind of I just had a brain fart. What's the name of that movie?
Twister.
With Veronica Corningstone and
Anchorman.
Anchorman style. Yes.
Shawshank Redemption.
Yeah. Anchorman Redemption. But we had, Onefinity was there.
Twofinity was there.
Twofinity was there.
Surf Prep.
Surf Prep. I was surprised because apparently in the past they even had like Sawstop and some other brands, but they opted to not be there this year. By the way, the Cat's Moses booth, I actually spent a lot of time there. A lot of cool stuff.
You mean center stage? That's pretty much what that was.
Yeah, basically.
Lights, camera, action.
And dude, I really like that French cleat system.
It's so cool.
It's not even like honestly the 3D printed stuff. Like I like a wooden tool holder for the French cleat wall
tool holder.
And I like a wooden French cleat, but I'm not gonna lie, the way the T-track at the top,
so clean,
so nice. And I'm trying to
figure
all the
out tools
how I can do that with a router. Yes,
they lock in.
So
that's what my kids say all the time.
Lock in, kids.
Lock in, Dad.
So that's pretty dope. Oh, I got to see Ramon Valdez's table, that like triangular table with all the magnets and hidden drawers and the marquetry.
It was Delta shaped.
I'm sorry, Delta. It was absolutely insane. The level of detail in this table was mind blowing. So it was really, really cool, cool stuff there. Really cool show. And I mean, we got to talk, it wasn't like a Workbench Con-esque show where you like can lock down sponsors. Like they're at Workbench Con, the sponsors are there to find creators they want to work with. This was a regular like trade show. And I gotta say, still were able to like lock down a bunch of had really good conversations. Braden was selling. I think everyone's getting blown in insulation this year. It's great.
Oh, I'm gonna foam it up. I'm gonna foam
Braden's
everywhere.
ABC and always be selling with a C.
Always be Braden. So what was your
ABB.
favorite booth or product that you guys had or saw?
Oh, why are you going to do this to me?
Because I just said I like the Cat's Moses thing.
I mean, okay, the Cat's Moses booth.
That and the honing guide.
Now that you stole that, it was awesome, and it's he's the gold sponsor, so he does it up. I mean, they shipped in like shop walls, like they had every single Cat's Moses product on Earth at that place.
You know what those were?
Boxes.
That's their shipping crate. Everything came in that, and they just
everything was inside, and then they just flip it. And
oh, that's kind of brilliant, actually.
Yeah,
I'm gonna be honest, Carbon Method was there, and they had their new lightning lock stuff. And so it's the lightning lock, for anybody that doesn't know, it's magnetic dust collection hoses, like so that you can move a hose from like tool to tool. And then they also have designed with science hard right turns that minimize the amount of tool like air pressure loss or CFM's lost. So they had all that stuff there, and it was super cool. The lightning lock stuff feels really, really nice, and it locks in like lightning.
Yeah. And it makes a tight seal too. So like it swivels, but when it magnets together, it sticks in that position and creates a seal. So that's nice too.
Their bench nuts were really cool as well.
They did have the bench testicles.
Yes. What was really cool is go ahead.
Oh, I think that's the material that like glue won't stick to it either, right?
They were they were very certain that you could paint it, you could glue it, you could finish it, and you just peel it right off.
Flick
Twist it. Rub it. But yeah, I mean, that was a pretty cool booth. Who else had a cool booth? I mean,
I learned how to use my Tormek finally from the Tormek guys, and I finally can use it in my shop. I've had one for a while. I got it at a garage sale somewhere for like hella cheap with every accessory. This guy had an addiction, but yeah, I'm stoked to use that.
you know what
Did you
else was?
Sorry, go ahead.
Oh, I was going to say, you know what else was really cool that I don't know if it was announced or if it was just being shown. Okay. So obviously we've got Onefinities, and then they have the partnership with JTech where you can add a laser to your CNC. Well, JTech decided, hey, let's go backwards compatible. They've apparently come out with a belt-driven laser that you can swap a Makita router onto and use it as a CNC.
Oh, can you really? I saw them running the laser, but I didn't realize it would.
Yeah, the
take a
gantry
router.
just has a slot-in Makita router. It's like the reverse Onefinity. It's in Oneception, one in Unfinity.
Unfinity.
I don't know. It was pretty neat. Also, the 64-watt laser that they've got, thing's a friggin' bazooka. I can't wait to see the 128-watt laser when they just angle two of them like
Next year,
Delta stuff. Yeah,
when
like
the
V8
lasers
style.
converge.
So right next to them was a booth that I kind of just passed because they didn't have product or whatever. It was, and they're saying that this is proprietary. This is their own design. It's not like other ones. It's a thumbnail, not a thumbnail, but a product photo creator. Basically, you take a bunch of photos that could be a product in your living room, subpar lighting, whatever. You send it to them, and you can choose your backgrounds, choose the lighting. They make sure to match up all the shadows, everything. And it's like, I think it's like 90 or $100 per product or something like that. But if you're a big creator or if you're selling a big product, that's cheaper than like getting professional photos done. It's not
actually
a bad idea.
That's pretty cool considering I don't know a single professional photographer. That would be really handy. I wish I'd gotten their card. Do you have it?
Yeah, I'll get it for you because
Okay, cool.
we don't know
'Cause
anyone that isn't retired.
I can't get any good pictures.
Look, I hate to break this, but Photoshop just announced a new tool that's called Harmonize. It's like an AI thing. You can drop any photo into another photo, and it'll do what's called harmonize.
Harmonize?
It'll fix the shadows and everything and make it all look seamless.
That's right.
Seriously,
I think I remember
seriously,
something.
look it up. Harmonize for Photoshop. It is mind-boggling what people or brands and other tech companies are doing with this AI stuff. It's
Well, it sounds like unfortunately that booth that Pete was so impressed by just got their entire business model blown
Out of
up by
business.
Photoshop.
I'm sorry.
But that's the thing. It's for people that don't want to learn Photoshop, don't want to deal with that stuff. They can pay for this.
It's a one-button click. It is.
Still, people might not. Anyways,
I understand.
yeah.
Photoshop ain't cheap.
Qantas Toolworks. That was the race car guy.
Okay.
The stuff was pretty cool. It looked cool.
I had some
We'll see.
reservations about the middle tool, the angle finder. There was a lot of play in that thing.
Well, and it was
tightened up.
that's
their prototype.
Yeah, they're just launching that one. So it looks like it's a pretty new company. They're bringing some stuff onto the market, but like the hand plane was the metal was dovetailed together. Like it was a sharp looking piece.
That looked cool, but I'm also going to say this. That looked very close to the Bridge City plane.
Yeah, but
I mean?
there was no purple in it, so it's totally different.
He does
Totally
have a point.
different.
No purple. Also, I like a heavy hand plane. I want it to have oomph and weight.
Gotta have
I have the Harvey
momentum and
one.
mass.
Not Harvey. I have the Bridge City one, and I don't like it as much. I grab my other block plane way more. So,
Well, that's because you have 0 upper body strength. So
yeah,
Work
there's
on
that. There's
it's
that.
time to buck up.
I agree. I have a hand plane from the 20s that I really like whenever I actually do hand planing.
2020s. It was 5 years old. Why are you flexing?
The 1920s. My guy. 1923 to be exact.
So,
Very nice.
here's the thing about the festival. So it is a nonprofit. They're trying to blow it up every year, go bigger, bigger, bigger. I highly encourage people to go to it next year. If you're in the area, or actually, I mean, for an event to
We're
travel
100%
to,
going next year already.
yeah.
Telling you right now.
Like, I feel like this was less logistics than, what's the one? Workbench Con. Because like it's way closer to the airport. It was like 10 or 15-minute ride to the airport. There's a lot of spots very close nearby, so the Uber rides aren't too bad. They have Waymo as well, so you can post stories about, driverless cars.
We didn't even talk about how we got around once or twice.
That's true. Go ahead, Pete. Finish up, and we'll go to the fun stuff.
Well, I'll say this. So, like, definitely check it out next year. We know the date. It's not even tentative. It's the date. And if you want to mark your calendar for next year, it is in September. September 26th and 27th is the date right now. So if they button all their T's and cross all their O's, then that's when it's going to happen. So
when September ends,
right towards the end, close. Actually, last weekend of September. And I will say this: if you're looking to donate even more money, aside from our giveaway to for kids with cancer, and then the Pat Lap fund, the Austin School of Furniture is also a nonprofit. They are looking for donations. They're trying to hit their goal of 15,000. I'll give a shout out.
Off.
Yep. So it's all tax deductible. So
we are so bad at business. We keep telling people to donate money other places. We're
passing the savings on to everyone else.
We need to be Scrooge McDuck at some point. Yeah. But it was a ton of fun. And it's so much more walkable than Atlanta was. You can go up. You can go to the Battery. It was toasty, but you can go to the Battery, which is the Battery, and then you can go to I don't know, Wine, Spirits, and More, that whole plaza where we go to Hot Burger and or Korean barbecue and get effed up, meat wise. That is. Shout out Justin Bailey, our PD from this event, not in life. Anyway, but yeah, I mean,
interesting patron. That's RIP.
That's it. That's why I was trying to figure. I started down a joke and then I lost my way on the joke, and I'm like, oh, I'm in a really dark place.
Sometimes I just talk and I try to find my way along the way.
Well, let's talk about the elephant in the room.
There's an elephant.
Workbench Con is not happening next year.
Hey, no, it is closed for reimagining, which is corporate doublespeak for she dead.
Is that actually what the official wording?
It is being reimagined. That's what we were told at the event. And then they gave away tickets, which seemed like kind of one last jab.
I remember them being like, to the next Workbench Con, not the next year or whatever. So, but
she did.
Let's be real. Unless they move it to the fall or something, it's not happening in the spring. So, well, you know what is happening in the spring?
I was going to say, it's definitely not happening in the spring because they know that the entire first and second quarters have been taken up by the Midwest Maker Meetup, hosted in Omaha, Nebraska.
I have the actual... There you go. I was ready for this.
Yeah, I mean, in terms of events, I wish this one was spaced out a little bit more for Maker Camp, because it's you go and then you come back and then you're like right away, you're right to Maker Camp, which is fine. I love you nerds. So desperately much, but it's just a lot real fast. I want to microdose.
I would go to both if they were like one right after the other. Like Saturday is Texas Woodworking Festival, Sunday is Maker Camp. I would still do it.
We don't see our wives. We just fly directly to the next city like a rock 100%. And roll band.
Pass. I would give up one of them. Not in one weekend. Lose my mind.
I'm just saying that's how much I love them both.
No. Pete, not in one weekend. In like one entire week's time frame. So it's spaced out.
No.
It would hurt. It would hurt emotionally.
Well, good news is next year they are closer.
Good. That's somebody needs to coordinate with somebody else and fix that for us. But
yeah, we just got to make sure it's not the same time as the Piney Festival.
We need to go backwards just for a little bit, because we need to talk about how pedestrian friendly Austin is and how scooter friendly it is. those little electric scooters that you can rent,
Like the
they're
little bird
everywhere. So, Braden and I, what was it, Saturday morning? We're like, okay, we got to walk over to the event center because the event center is like, well, like an eighth of a mile, maybe a quarter.
Yeah, it's like a 15-minute walk along a river.
Not an awful
lake.
walk. Was a little warm,
Toasty.
but not an awful walk. But we're like, hey,
Let's treat ourselves.
let's take the scooters. It was like what, $5?
$5, and we were rocket ships.
Those things are fast.
We were Dom Toretto and Paul Walker just cruising.
If next year I'm gonna have a 360 camera so we could just put it on like the back of the scooter or something, because I really wanted to record it, but like I knew if I pulled my phone out and tried to record it while I'm trying to drive a scooter, I was gonna bite the cement. I just know it. So like I didn't get any footage of it. Concrete, cement, whatever.
Ha! Concrete.
Super fun scooters though. I love them.
Also, great view. The hotel's right next to a huge park, which is attached to the event center. First, the event center. Gorgeous.
We didn't see any wooden joinery that was also just fabricated. Like it looked real.
It was all legit.
It was
Too legit.
so cool. Such
Didn't
a cool
quit.
spot. Yeah. So I think
I found something as I wandered off into the night alone. So
which night?
Saturday night, we went to the Cat's Moses super duper after party, which was at a brewery.
Dope.
Ton of fun. I drank no beer at this brewery. I drank dirty Shirley Temples all night. Lovely. They were lovely.
Dirty Shirley's.
Yep. And then they had a spicy chicken and tot food truck at the brewery.
Oh my God, those tots were good.
Slapped.
Oh.
So good.
Yeah.
I didn't eat any food at the brewery.
They
missed
didn't
out.
even make it into my cargo pocket. I ate all of them. I saved none for later.
The chicken nuggets were also really good.
Yeah. I ate like half of yours.
It was a really good event. We learned a lot of really fun trivia, by the way, which is not appropriate for children, so we're not going to go over it. But turtles, dang turtles, settle down.
Turtles, you know you did.
You know what you did.
There's a reason they walk slow. They're just setting anchor like a boat. One of the people there had a turtle.
Turtle anchor.
Let's just say turtle body to not body ratio off the chart. Something we learned. You learn something from makers out in the community every day. If you're just open to listening.
I forgot all about that.
We scared one of those guys. I can't remember who it was, but he was not prepared for that conversation. He just sat down. He's like, "Oh, I'm in this now. I don't want to be, and I'm waiting for an exit."
And we ran into Sean Boyd.
We did.
Yeah, so that was cool. So we got to see Sean Boyd. And it was really fun to watch Keith actually nerd out over a maker. And like not just Keith, but a bunch of people just like really nerd out. Like people that I still consider to be like a big accounts. Like we all have been following him for a while. And to see Sean Boyd and they're like, I think that's Sean Boyd.
Oh my
like,
God.
What is happening to you? All right. Okay. So cool stuff. We should get him on the podcast one day.
I mean, are we big enough?
I don't know.
Well, you add the
reach
three of us together, and we're still average.
I'll have Keith.
We're definitely
call
not.
him
We're definitely not turtle size. That's for sure. So we did that. That was a ton of fun. You guys went back to the hotel.
Yeah.
Yep.
Because you're nerds.
No, hold on. Let me defend myself.
Okay, that's fine.
The Texas heat wears you out.
The Texas heat wears you out. I'm old. I'm set in my ways. And I've also I got on the wagon.
You did
I
so
fell
good.
off the wagon just for this event.
You didn't fall off. You reached over in Moana and ran your hand through the water.
I didn't want to go crazy, and I knew if I went with you, there was going to be no way to get back to the hotel room until 3 a.m. So
I did not say I was actually really good. I was back by midnight 30.
I was in my room by like 11:15 two of the 3 nights.
The latest I stayed at was like 11.
Well, listen up. When you're at a Catsmosis after party and you get a text from the Onefinity Boys, Edward Mancini, and Colton from Colt Crit saying, "Hey, karaoke?" You guys know what my answer is. It's always. I jumped into an Uber alone. I could have been kidnapped immediately. Didn't even think about it.
Everyone was like, "No, we're going back." And
This is bad. I'm like,
it sounded fun, but I just couldn't do it.
We found.
I will say this at the bar in a hotel lobby.
Also,
everything was pretty decent. Do not get the old fashioned. It is a premix and it's terrible. So,
I'll tell you what. When they pour 4-finger versions of them, you kind of forget that they're pre-mixed and you don't worry about it.
I did a virgin old fashioned where it was just bourbon.
Oh,
hold the mixers.
You just got like I just thought you just got.
I think that's a different definition of virgin.
Extra slutty old fashioned.
There it is.
So I wandered off to karaoke with the boys and Jesse and Katrina and Kamani. It was a good crew. Honestly, it was the second best crew that I had.
The who's who of who cares, am I right?
Oh my god.
I'm kidding, I love all of you. We're all friends.
I would just like to point out to everybody who's listening, Pete and Pete alone said that. So text me, I will give you his home address.
Listen, you listed all my favorite people, but I was like, I am not going to karaoke because we're not getting back till 1:30.
Yeah, I knew it was going to be late.
Yeah.
Night.
We walked in, the bar I think was called Echoes. This wasn't a bar that did karaoke. This was a karaoke bar. The guy had he had standards.
He wasn't playing YouTube videos.
He was conservative ads.
He had
in the middle because he doesn't pay for premium.
He had premium YouTube for his karaoke.
By the way, to anyone that's confused about that joke, last year, 2 years ago at Maker Camp? Last year at Maker Camp, the karaoke guy was playing karaoke off of YouTube. He didn't have an app or a boombox for it, and he doesn't pay for premium, so random ads were playing.
Aggressive political ads.
Ads.
About Schmishmorshin, just out of the blue. Just the volume's
you'd
up.
mute it for that.
Schmishmorshin and turtle anchors.
Oh, God.
But so, yeah, I mean, this guy, so Colton and I, we walk in and Colton and I, we have developed a system for karaoke because we have a lot of the same go-to songs, and there's just that mullet is 130% energy. He's hiding Red Bulls up there.
Dude.
And so we walk in.
That man's a monster in the nicest way. I don't know how he bounces back.
Oh,
hard.
He's both the boot and the rally. We walk in, immediate left turn over to the karaoke, to the signups. We don't even make it to the table. We don't make it to the bar. Sign up. When I tell you, we waited an hour and our names didn't come up, and we were like, okay, did we sign up wrong? Do we need to tip? Because there's a Venmo thing. And so I go up and I talk to the guy. I'm like, hey, just want to see how long out it is until our names. We just want to make sure we got on there right. He's like, yeah, you're about 25 songs out, so you're probably an hour and a half ish, but it might be a little less. And we're like, holy shit, we're not going to make it. Can I tip to move us up? He's like, no tips. Everybody waits. I was like, oh damn, this guy, he takes his karaoke seriously. You get in line and you wait. Anyway, we wait. We have a blast. And we
waited.
We waited. But it's a karaoke bar, so everybody's there. It's non-judgmental. And nobody got up there and was like Adam Barnett saying Ave Maria, freaking pipes.
The Pipes Barnett.
Yeah. These were just a bunch of people drinking and singing just karaoke hits terribly. And it was
karaoke
phenomenal.
bangers.
Oh, karaoke slapsticks. We get called. I go up. I go to my go-to ice ice
Regulators.
No.
No,
Regulators
that's
is
my
a
go-to.
That's a Dan's go-to, and I gotta regulate him if he wants to sing it. Ice Ice Baby, crush it. I worked that crowd and rang them out by the end. Yeah, that's right. I said it. Immediately following me is Colton, who does "Give It Away" by the Red Hot Chili Peppers, and he's done that one at Maker Camp. He headbangs
he
that
can-
one.
He can rock that one.
Tears it up. Continues to ring out said crowd. They loved us. We were heroes. And then turns out Colton has signed up just somebody in our group. Turns out he signed up Jeff for Backstreet Boys. And Jeff immediately says, not a chance unless everybody gets up with me. So me, Morgan, Stone, Ed, Colton, and Jeff
That's
all get
five.
up there.
Okay,
That's 5.
that's 5. That would
And we
sound
do
right.
I Want It That Way.
And of course, it was a banger.
And of course we crush it. I mean, Stone full mustache out, Morgan standing right next to Jeff, so we've got the height
Do you have
juxtaposition.
video of said crushing?
Oh, there's video. We got out like the iPhone 17. We had 48
Oh.
megapixel video.
Whoa.
Yeah,
Wow.
no, we're actually working on the
Subtle
music.
flex.
Yeah, we're working on the music video that we're going to drop on the radio, but it's great.
Filmed on a
Interesting.
newest Android phone.
So needless to say, next year we know where we're going for karaoke.
The
Not
bed.
that place.
And then
Yeah, man, I've officially crested into Dan territory. I'm an old man now.
and then Ed and I we scootered back, and it was glorious. It was cool because it turns out Austin's not hot.
You scootered all the
100%
way
of the time.
back from the karaoke bar?
It was like 5 minutes. I think it was maybe as close as the convention center was.
Really?
Like this bar was right there. It's a hidden
Really?
gem.
Okay.
Interesting. I had no
So,
idea.
anyway,
Meanwhile, we slept in.
Hunter from Black Tenant Furniture scootered all the way back from that
Yes, he did.
one barbecue joint we went to,
Lewis
and
and
that was
Clark.
like a
with the
Like a
smile on his face.
30-minute scooter ride or something
He
like
was
that.
yeah, no, it was really nice. Let's do it, dude. Oh, it's fun. Listen, fun event, fun time. I recommend the content creator. Wait, we didn't talk about the best part. If you paid for the EDU pass or you paid for the content creator thing, even if you didn't go to every class, all the video is available or will become
Ooh.
available.
You don't have to feel bad
It's
about
already
it.
available. They already sent us the link.
That's the content creator one. I don't know if it's all the EDU ones. I think
Yeah,
those are going to
I think
start
it
getting
was.
real. Is it?
It was all the EDU
that's
ones.
amazing.
That's
Yeah, we already got 'em.
They must have sent the editing of that
The
to
raw
some
files.
sweatshop or something like that.
Yeah.
They pumped those out quick.
That was awesome. So yeah,
All right, now I'm
you're really getting your money's worth.
You're
All right.
paying money, you're getting it worth.
So
And then karaoke.
was it worth it? You guys going next year?
Yes, Queen.
absolutely,
Yeah,
absolutely,
boom. There you go. There's your unanimous
without question.
AWP endorsed. Boom. You know, I need like
Matter
a
of fact, can we
stamp.
talk about what we might be doing? Can we
I think we could
No,
hint
no,
at
a
it.
little hint?
No.
Little-
No.
No. Not until
We got
know
something
more.
special for next year, so
We're-
we're definitely going.
We're getting a
I'll
little
just
bit
leave it
more
at that.
involved.
We're
Little
gonna leave our
taste.
mark.
Ooh,
Yeah, we're gonna carve our name into that desk.
We are going to probably have several copyright lawsuits against us by next year.
Yeah.
And just we'll leave it at that. We'll leave it at that.
We'll leave it at that. All right. Should we? Well, there's not enough time to do a what's on a bench and questions. Let's get into some questions because
believe it or not, I don't have anything on my bench.
I did jack all this week. I was just recovering. So
I'm still trying to finish my Onefinity upgrade, which awesome. Like
was it
the
Toit?
the red line Onefinity integration together, it's so effing clean. It's
The
so
Redfinity?
clean. The Redfinity or line
The one line?
one line. That's what. Thank you for the.
You're
help
right.
me.
I got ahead of myself. All the videos aren't available yet, just the content creator ones.
Got
There
it.
you go.
So exactly what Pete said. Got it.
I'm sorry.
For once, I was right.
You were right.
All right, right, well, let's get into some questions because we got some good ones here. So let's play this jingle.
Go, Black Betty, ram lamb.
We still need a new one.
An amazing jingle.
Foreshadowing. All right, so first question is from Michael Maynard of Maynard's.
Menards fan.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So he's got a question for us about words.
Hey guys, this is Mikey from Splinter Fingers Woodworking. Touching off from last question, I was using a regular shop vac dust hose, and that is what I got the static disconnect on my Shapeoko from. I'm going to try the grounding it. How would you recommend I go about doing that? Whether running just bare wire on the outside of the hose and then grounding it to something. Just let me know your thoughts. And secondly,
I'm going to pause it there. So to remind everyone, this was him calling in a couple weeks ago because he kept getting a static disconnect issue on a CNC where it would like shock. He would feel a shock or something and it would stop the whole run or screw it up. So let's actually answer this one first. First of all, worst vacuum. Great vacuum for collecting the chips, right? But like shop vacs are notorious for static discharge.
Notorious. They're really bad. So yeah, you're gonna have to ground something.
I wonder. I think he could maybe get away by getting like the Rockler anti-static hose, which is a little better. They still will potentially carry
a lot of static charge on the outside.
Yeah.
It's not technically carrying a charge, but like the dust sticks to it. Like there is some static there.
Mm-hmm.
But honestly, so to ground it, you just need like copper wire. If you have some extra wire laying around, like strip it and make sure it's solid core, I think, right? Because you don't want the strands.
I don't know anything about.
You don't want the strands. So, but basically, you need to wrap it around. And from my experience with my Shapeoko back in the day, because I was using a shop vac, I had to wrap it all the way around, and it went straight to I tried grounding off of the conduit that was running in my shop. It wasn't really working. I went straight. There are ones that have like a little loop you put over the prong, the grounding prong, on anything that's plugged into the wall, and just plug it in. So it's borrowing that ground
into the ground, not
into
one
the ground.
of the.
It won't fit the other ones. It's a circle going.
Okay.
When a man
it's a
loves,
circle.
Yeah. So
It has no end.
that's how I did it, and it worked 90% better, but it still got me once in a while.
Have you considered maybe putting like a rubber soled boot underneath each of the table legs so that it can't conduct electricity?
It's all the wire
Like
that's running to it.
rain boots.
That's what's happening. So it's like it's the charge hits the machine and it goes into the wires and shocks the controller. There's no way to disconnect that.
Sorry, just to be super clear, I meant literal rain boots. Like it was an electricity joke.
Adorable.
What if you?
Thank you.
What if you put a condom on the bit? That's a rubber, and rubbers are not
Settle down, turtle time.
okay. Throwing out ideas. Apparently, you don't like them.
But actually, you can probably get on Amazon. Just I was looking earlier. There was some, but a lot of them are wrapped cables. It's just a grounding wire with a loop on the end, and then you tie into whatever. You want exposed wire because you want to be catching that static on the hose.
You might be able to get like a grounding strap. They make that weaved strap wire.
Mhm.
I wonder if there's one that's going to be long enough for that too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you can literally just. Well, I'm assuming that your shop has a cement floor or concrete floor. Sorry. And you could literally just put a bolt in that and ground it to that bolt.
Yeah. So, anyways, that's that question. Let's play the other one.
I have been 3D printing some here recently and using just PLA, but my shop gets pretty hot during the summer, like upwards of 100 degrees, and the PLA is literally melting. It is disforming terribly. What would you recommend for a different type of filament that could handle those temperatures? Thanks.
Nick from Design is Blank here.
Oh,
I have a
sorry,
huge-
sorry.
Whoa.
Wait your turn, Nick, number 5, number 5.
I'm going to take this one before Pete throws in his nerd ass 3D printing stuff. It sounds like you need a little spray foam. You need a little insulation.
I don't know enough about 3D printing to.
He's not wrong.
Pet G, that has a higher heat.
What a stupid answer.
Let me tell you why.
Go ahead, Pete. Just fix this.
So Brandon's right. PETG actually is quite a lot more resistant. And it's not a huge temperature difference, but it's definitely going to make a difference. There are high temp PLA plus that are playing around at a higher temperature. But I will tell you that you're probably looking at PETG. If that doesn't work, you're looking at pretty abrasive, smelly, like stuff like ABS or PC polycarbonate blend or something. And that's
DAN.
Go ahead.
Abrasive and smelly. Dan.
Oh,
There. See. It was. You can't
that's fine,
set up
that's
the
fine.
T and expect me not to put
I
the
had
ball
to
on
connect the
and swing.
dots. That was a clever one. He
I
didn't see
caught it
coming.
right away. Come on.
But that stuff's a lot more they call it abrasive because it will literally wear away your nozzle faster, and it's also smelly. Like if you print it in your let's say you have your thing in your office and you hang out in your office while it's printing, you're gonna get a headache. You're literally off gassing poison, unfortunately. So you have to vent that stuff if you can. That being said, not everything will need PETG if depending on what type of thing it is. If it's something that is thinner or can bend or whatever, yeah, you probably need something hardier. But like I'll tell you, all of my tool holders are PLA, and no matter how hot it's gotten in people's shops, I've never gotten complaints about them actually deforming. Now, when I was doing the little squares, those literally bent in mailboxes because it was so hot in them.
Is he asking if the high temperature in his shop is going to be a constraint for what he can print though? Like the act of printing itself?
Yeah. I mean, because
if he's talking about printing, printers are very temperature specific. Very
if it's hot enough that the PLA is coming out at that temp and it's not cooling off fast enough, it could, probably not, but it could potentially delaminate from itself, or
you're
more likely
warping. You'll have
warp
failure.
and bend.
So, what would be your recommendation, PETG? Would PETG?
Well, don't print in your shop if your shop has such temperature swings.
Because he was talking about like it gets up to like 100, 110 degrees. Realistically, don't print. I would not print there. I mean, that's super hard on the electronics in your 3D printer. And I mean, it was a joke, but if you can insulate your shop and separate out that heat from your shop space at least a little bit better, you can maybe drop your temperatures like 10, 15 degrees, or 3D print in an ice bath. Don't do that. That's
don't do
print
that.
in a house and try PETG. Try PETG at least and report back. I want to hear.
I'm going to tell you what, I'm not a 3D print boy, but I really like PETG. It works so well, and I've been using that a lot.
I'm always down to pet a G.
I'm a G. See ya.
Ain't nothing but a G thing, baby. All right, next question is Nick number 4.
You sound so abused singing that.
Design is blank. We literally have 3 Nicks in this. I just realized.
Nick.
Nickelodeon.
Nick from Design is Blank here. I have a huge problem, and I think I'm not alone. As a maker, you put down tools, and you just seem to lose things right under your nose. And I'm wondering if you have specific shop rules, or if you have maybe a mental construct that allows you to stay on top of this behavior, because it's a huge time waster. Also, really specifically, I'm in Alex Adams' shop right now. I just want to know, is there a space in your shop that something could hide in and almost never be found? Where would that be if so?
Because I'm a snack. I'm a slither. Look at my tongue.
Man, that's an old bit.
That's a Vine throwback.
That is a Vine. Oh
That
my
is a
god.
Vine.
Those younger listeners, Sarah, a Vine is what you have when TikTok doesn't have enough funding.
Yeah, it was TikTok pre-TikTok, but limited to only 15 seconds. Like it was pure gold content.
Comedy gold.
You can literally go to TikTok and watch famous Vines.
Yeah, but you don't
Vine compilation.
But you don't go to Vine and watch famous TikTok compilations.
You can't
Not
do that.
these
I
days.
watched that on
You can do
Snapchat.
that. You can go to MySpace and watch famous TikTok compilations on Vine.
Ironically, still a thing, and apparently they tried to turn it into like a music platform, like for artists.
Yeah.
Super dumb.
Lame.
Anyway,
Okay, so what was the question again? Oh,
Dan,
about
how do
losing
you
stuff in
keep
the shop?
track of stuff in the shop so that you don't lose it?
I buy multiples of things.
Great idea.
Yep.
I have.
I know we're laughing, but like-
I probably have 10 tape measures
Wow.
in my shop.
Say it right.
I actually, Victor from Whim Designs sent me some 3D printed like tape measure hangers, and I put them at every tool. And I try my best to keep the tapes at each one of those, but inevitably, I always freaking lose them.
Indubitably.
Like 2 or 3 days ago, I finally broke down and cleaned my shop and found all my tape measures. Also, pencils. Lots of pencils.
Hundreds.
I bought those aren't pencils. Those are oars. I bought like a 500 pack of like those Ticonderoga, whatever the heck they are.
Watch your mouth.
Those yellow pencils. I got pencils everywhere. Like if I see a pencil on the floor, I just sweep it up and throw it
I
away.
got pencils in different area codes.
I do. So tape measures and pencils, buy a lot of them.
You wouldn't have to get rid of all of them, Dan, if you didn't use both drills to sharpen them every single time.
As far as like, do I have any spaces that things can get lost in and be gone forever?
Yeah.
Yeah, what's a black hole in your shop?
The shop. The doors. As soon as you walk in the doors, you never know. It's Alice in Wonderland situation over there.
The shop. That's all I got.
Dan does have the secret crevasses underneath his CNCs.
So many.
And the concrete space underneath that we don't know if it's solid or not.
True.
There could be like a whole like a homeless person living under there, just coming out at night.
A den of snakes.
Oh God. Well, I'm not helping you anymore at your place.
Are you scared of snakes? Are you?
Care. I don't care for the thing that
Indiana
attacks.
Jones?
Am I
I'm not scared of
Indiana
snakes. I just hate
Jones?
the loud, high-pitched sound that they make me make when I see them.
That and bats, man.
Come on.
You were
Listen,
riding around Austin on your own. You know, it's one of the biggest bat population.
Here's the thing with bats. In Austin,
Oh yeah, did you see that video of Sean?
Yeah, like
where the bats were flying over him and Michael Alm's head.
The difference between that bat situation and my normal bat situation is I'm usually locked in the dark with them in an attic. So there's not a lot of room for me to gracefully move.
What are you doing up there just fighting for justice?
I was I learned to fight in the darkness, but they were born in it, molded by it. So
Okay.
Anyway,
That's a movie reference of some type. I don't know.
Batman, the man of the bat.
No. It's the Flintstones.
Oh, yeah, that's right. That
was a
super
good
dark,
movie.
That's super dark spinoff.
Everybody go watch the live action of Flintstones.
The one with John Goodman.
Yeah.
The original.
Is there another one?
There are.
I hope
There
not.
are
even look
others.
Go, watch that, and then after, just back to back, Heavyweights. Another great one. Ben Stiller's in it. It's awesome. So random.
Sutton brought over that little thing from Dan's shop, and he implemented it in my shop. I have 3D printed tape measure hangers
Oh yeah.
that
Measure?
Sutton screwed up like 30 of them in my shop. I can't go 5 feet without one being within arm's reach.
You know, I love Victor. It's a very simple design. It's just, you know,
It's a belt loop for your
I'm
wall.
sure, yeah. I'm sure any Yahoo could probably design one.
Or any Google.
But I was very, very appreciative that Victor sent them to me. And they even say tape measure on them, so you know what goes there. So yeah, I got like 6 or 7 of them up in my shop.
I for a split second thought he made you a custom one that said measure.
No, he should have though.
Tape measure.
No.
That's
He
committed
was
to a bet.
super kind enough to send those to me, so I used them right away.
So
I've got that secret attic space above mine that bats and snakes could very easily hide
you
into.
have a
I've-
lot of stuff living up there.
Yeah.
Huh.
Mhm.
And there's tools up there too, so they could be working up there.
There's one up there anytime you're up there. So I like Dan's approach. It's the too many tape measures and too many pencils.
Measures.
Yeah. And like I don't know why I had so many pencils growing up in high school, and they all stay. They're all in my shop. Half of them are like missing erasers. I sharpen them until there's a nub, and then I toss it. Once it gets to IKEA pencil length, I can't use it
I thought
anymore.
Braden froze. He just
No, he's
blinked.
just still. I'm trying to see how long he can hold it.
Why, Pete?
Sorry. So the whole like I don't have it like one here, one here, one here. I have like 3 or 4 stations where there are 2 to 3 in each one.
Look
So
at Captain Moneybags over here.
says the guy that says I have 30 of them all over my shop, so I never go more than 5 feet.
I don't have that many tape measures. I just have spots to put them so that it's like one plane in my shop that I just have to look.
Like whenever I go to Menards and I see like tape measures on sale for anything, or if they even have like an 11%
Yep.
rebate, I'm like,
So
yoink.
always,
Basically making
yeah.
money buying this.
Dan, that
They're like
reminds me.
$4.
I heard this hilarious joke the other day.
No,
Not everything's a joke, Brayden.
I think it's a joke.
So let me ask you this. Don't you wish that one of those tape holders was always within an arm's reach? Not 5 feet. Arm's reach. What if it was attached to you, Dan and
Oh,
Brayden?
see, I do that all the time, and I knock it off because I bump into things all the time.
He's gonna
What
say,
if
like,
it was
an
attached
apron.
to you with extra steps, Dan?
That would be annoying.
Hear
There's
me
a
out.
0% chance that Dan
Hold on
does
to your
that.
butt cheeks. The Rockler marking and measuring pouch. We got that stupid marking pouch
Uh,
back at Workbench Con like 3 years
did
ago.
we?
It sat in a corner.
That
and was
means
like,
I have
no
one
one's ever gonna.
somewhere.
Yeah, I'm like, no
It's
one's
in
ever
your
gonna
dark
use
hole.
this. It's gonna die here.
Probably is.
I was working on something, and I'm like, let me just load it up with pencils because I'm constantly losing them. And so it has a spot for glasses or whatever in the top. It's not a big pocket, but it had a bunch of spots
Not a
for
prison
pencils
pocket.
and markers. It's not a prison pocket. And I fell in love with it, but I still had to clip. So I still had to fight with it because it was clipped to my belt. Had to fight with it for the tape measure. And Emma, she heard me talking about it, reached out to Adam and asked him about the other one, the marking and measuring pouch, which is the one that has a metal one of those clips. And I cannot tell you how quickly the tape pops off and on. There's no fighting. I genuinely, now that I'm in the habit of, I pop it right back on after measuring. It's got a spot for 3 or 4 pencils and in my glasses or something else. I use this in a shop all the time. If I'm doing any kind of measuring, cutting, whatever, this thing goes in my pocket. It has the remote for the dust collection hooked up to it. Genuinely recommend this thing. It is.
I just have a remote at each station now, and it's
now that I changed back to Laguna,
it's
I have one
magnified.
remote.
Magnified. It's magnetically attached to each machine.
Magically attached. So, Pete, you're saying that when you need it, it pops, and when you don't, it locks. Does it ever drop?
Always.
Yes, I will sometimes knock it over and yeah, it will drop. But I will say it's actually genuinely dope. It's only $20 and I do use the hell out of it. And I genuinely am not reaching for all the other tape measures. I don't lose it.
Use code DDWW at Rockler to save 10%. I don't know if that's a thing. I don't know if that's a thing.
Peachtree at checkout for 11%.
Peach tree?
P Tree.
Peach
If you
tree.
use code LittleBug at checkout, Adam will send you a free riving
Crashes
knife.
your browser.
Just a riving knife, and then he'll yell at you.
Yeah. All right.
He did there.
Alex Adams. Forgot why this was funny, but it was funny.
Hey guys. So recently I had to do some flush trimming with the router freehand, which is my least favorite thing to do and still makes me pucker thinking about it. So I'm curious, what are some operations that you guys don't like to do and are most scared of in your shop?
That's right. I forgot what it was. Oh man.
Dan, what operation scares you in the shop?
Commitment to a date, to a ship by date.
Damn it if that isn't true. The jointer doesn't scare me, but the jointer, it scares me when other people use it.
That's a fact.
Really?
Yeah.
I tried to use Dan's joiner, and you would have thought I was drunk and had never touched a tool with how often he was like, maybe you should just wait until I get back.
I think it's
something.
it's because like I feel like it's kind of like a silent killer type of tool. Like you don't realize how bad it can get you. Right?
Dan's jointer is full to the brim of asbestos.
See, I genuinely feel like that's one of the safest scary
It's
scary
It's
tools in a
not.
shop. Mine's also always
Ask
set
Nick
to-
Vreeland first of all.
I know, and I know people have had accidents, but mine's set to a bee's thickness. It takes off just nothing,
It's not about how much it takes off. It's about how much of that blade is exposed, and if you don't have your guard set right,
my pork
one
chop is
slip of
always
your
there.
hand, and it doesn't have saw stop technology.
It's a giant router on its side. That's what it is.
It's like a shaper on its side. I feel like
It
because
can,
it's a wider head.
a lot of tools can do a lot of damage. I think the jointer is in the top two.
I mean, you're very obviously not scared of the table saw, Dan.
No, I'm not scared of the table saw.
We've seen your posts.
But
I'm scared of a table saw with a dull blade.
It'll protect you from everything, right? Saw stop will.
Yeah.
Nothing bad can happen on the saw stop because it's got magic technology.
Could you? Okay, so saw stop technology. It's basically a mini explosion that gets rid of, pulls the blade back in.
It's a shotgun shell.
Could you imagine how terrifying that technology would be on every other tool?
Oh, God.
You're using your router and it just explodes and yeets the blades out the back or something like that.
It would be terrifying. I've only had mine go off once, the saw stop, and that's because I hit it with the
remix.
Yes,
the miter gate. So yeah.
You got saw stop technology on your CNC and it just yeets the spindle straight through the roof.
just
can't hurt you if it's in the stratosphere.
Mythbusters testing the water heaters. You guys ever see that episode where they tested the water heaters and they shot the water heaters up 400 feet?
Or imagine the whole bed drops 4 inches.
Just buckles. Hey guys, we need 4 new table legs.
What
wet wood?
What tools scare you guys? Which one do you think
Brayden?
is scary?
Pete scares me when he gets mad. I am just terrified of routers. Handheld routers, big routers, router table, and I use them probably more than it's the second most used tool in my shop is using routers.
It's very
everything gets rounded over, everything gets not chamfered because round over.
That's what I'm looking for. It's a very versatile tool.
Yes,
so you could use it for a lot of things. Yeah,
and it's just one of those tools where it's small enough and there's not necessarily a ton of blade exposed that you can kind of feel safe.
Mm-hmm.
But you catch a knot, you go the wrong way, and just it's gone. Like it's out of your hands. It's in the Lord's hands at that point.
Jesus, take the router.
I think
That didn't roll off the tongue very well.
Other than like the spindle, which is kind of like a router, but does anything spin faster than a router in the shop that most people would have?
Yes,
No.
my head when I heard how much you guys spent on beef.
That teaches you to let us wander around unsupervised, Pete. This is a hard lesson for you.
Next
not
time
us.
you let us know, you're like, I'm leaving for. Well, let me tell Braden and Dan.
Yeah, we don't want
Yeah.
that to happen again. They're gonna get $400 mac and cheese somehow. So much lobster. But yeah, I mean the router it's terrifying. So and naturally I have 4 of them, so I use them everywhere. But
Mhm.
Pete,
I'm going to say router with an asterisk because
You can't say that.
Yeah,
It's
I
a family
can.
show.
you don't get to cheat.
the router table scares the absolute crap out of me.
so an asterisk being the exact tool.
Yeah.
Got
like
it.
routing burl or end grain. Super fun and spooky. That'll brown your pants.
So you feel safer with the router in your hand as
Yeah.
opposed to in a table?
But
if you
here's
can't
the thing
see
that
the danger,
truly broke me where I didn't use the router table for months after. It was the first time I did the batch of those ice climbing tools
Mhm.
and going around and I was doing 2 passes. So like the 1/4 of an inch and then a 1/2 inch round over. It like would couple times it just like jerked it. It pulled it because there's so many turns on that thing. And those weren't khakis when I started. When it finally kicked and pulled my hand in, the only thing that stopped it was the finger catch on the actual ice climbing tool. The router bit hit that and bounced away. And otherwise it would have just gone over my hand.
That's where Jesus did take the wheel.
And here's the thing:
Same.
when I do that same operation with a handheld router on top, I feel fully in control. Router
Because
to
you have 2 directions of control.
yeah, and like you're also kind of putting your weight behind it instead of like you're not having to hold the little part; you're holding a beefy machine. Whether it's a bigger router or it just so much safer. The one other
I think it
router
depends on
adjacent
what
tool-
you're doing, but yeah, I can see what you're saying.
Well, yeah, you could have a little play or whatever, but like I've never had like a router just go and like go away, like run away on me while I'm using it. But it's happened on the table. So, anyways, that's mine at least. The one router adjacent thing that scares me, and it's more of just the cost, is the CNC, the spindle. Because it's not like I'm afraid of the spindle. I'm afraid of just one wrong number in a wrong spot, and that bit is gone. No other tool in a shop breaks bits like a CNC if you F up. Right? So like, it's unforgiving.
Not
It's
only
so-
bits, but it's you could quickly like destroy
Quickly ruin.
a lot of money and materials.
Everything can change very
Yeah,
quickly.
your whole
And
day.
this is the worst part about the CNC. No matter what happens, and no matter how bad it gets, you don't get to say, well, the machine did something weird. It's like 99.99%.
Operator.
It's you did something stupid and you didn't catch it and it ended up in your G code.
Yeah.
And I don't mean like you're stupid, but because I do it all the time.
Yeah.
You forget to select something, you forget to change something, whatever, and it just, oh, cool. I wonder if I can get to the other side of the earth.
Yep. Yeah. That's one tool you really want to dominate that tool. You want to make sure you
Don't.
top of it.
Gross. Ugh, that made me feel dirty. I didn't like that.
All right. Let's see. Oh, this is from, I think, Joe from Offcut Emporium.
Hey guys, quick question.
Ask away, don't be coy. Time for the questions with the AWP boys.
Lately I've been working through a bit of a creative
Oh, I'm going to pause that. Whew, that was a fire intro. I think we just got our new question segment intro. Dan, I'm
mean,
sorry.
Seconded. All in favor.
I kind
Done.
of give it a half eye because I got a little pride in my jingle, but I
Two
can
and a
see
half
I
out of
could
3 eyes.
I could see where you're
works.
coming from.
Yeah,
All right,
it
let's
works
send off
mathematically.
this.
Go, Black Betty, ram-a-lam.
In the only way that Dan understands.
You've been waiting the whole episode to do that.
That was great. Actually, I'm going to play it all from the beginning again because that was so good.
Slump in terms
Oh,
of
no,
my...
no. We're going to restart it, sir. Sir.
Hey guys, quick question.
Ask away, don't be coy. Time for the questions with the AWP boys.
Lately, I've been working through a bit of a creative slump in terms of my woodworking projects. What do you guys do to get the creative juices flowing again? Are there any individuals in the community that you personally look to for inspiration? Thanks.
Dan, since you're devastated, why don't you go first?
There's no one person or account that I follow. I follow a lot of people, and I don't just follow them to like follow back or anything like that. I genuinely follow people that I want to see their content. So one thing that I do is every morning when I'm having my coffee after I've shuttled the kids off to school and everything, I'll get my coffee, I'll sit down on the couch, and I'll pull up YouTube and I'll see who's posted videos lately. So,
and it's my coffee again. It's just, so you said my coffee like 3 times. It just worked.
My coffee.
Okay. So I grab my coffee.
So
I lay him on a couch.
Spoochy. No, yeah, I watch a bunch of people. Or you know, I scan through Pinterest. I'm not gonna lie. I actually I use Pinterest quite a bit. And you know, it really depends on what mood I'm in. Like lately, and you know, make fun of me all you want, but like I've been really into like cutting boards and stuff lately. I can't get away from it. I love making cutting boards. I don't care. I can make the most intricate like executive desk, and I still enjoy
cutting board.
But who's got
cutting boards?
Who's got 4 years for the desks to come to fruition?
You know, somebody does. So anyway,
there was another part of that question, wasn't there? It was hold on.
Hey guys, getting through a bit of a creative slump in terms of my woodworking projects. What do you guys do to get the creative juices flowing again?
Oh yeah, Dan, what do you do to get the creative juices flowing?
Candles.
Lotion? What are you getting at?
Dan! Whoa! You do in your own time.
He was making hand gestures.
I don't know what you're talking about. Nobody watches the YouTube video. They can't prove it.
In the shop, Dan. In the shop.
Dan.
Oh, I put a TV in my shop, but you know, we'll talk about that next week when we do what's on our bench or something.
Good.
But yeah.
Braden, what about you? How do you get your creative juices flowing?
I generally try and just make something completely different. You know, I do a lot of batch work. I do a lot of like small scale manufacturing stuff. So it's repetitive, and it's not good for the artist in me. I think I've killed the artist in me a little bit, or at least beaten him down.
He did.
So I will go and I'll try and figure out how to do something on the CNC, because I love the CNC, and I get no joy from building stuff with hand tools, and I don't care how people feel about it. I really enjoy CNC work. And so I think like the last time I was getting kind of in a funk, Dan kept coming over because we're working on these built-ins, and he watched me go through man, I am just so bored of building the stuff that I'm building right now, kind of funk. And so I got the rotary out, and I figured out how to work the rotary, and I made a lightsaber handle, which is dope. But figuring out how to mess with, you know,
no flared base though.
No flared base. Figuring out how to, you know, get Vectric to work, and then get it to where it'll carve right, and then now it's, you know, getting it to use the tool changer right, and just having something show up. You know, it's a very analytical, it's a very computer driven type creativity. So I'll just try and make something completely different. So, and that's why I've made like 2 topography maps, and I'll you know, I made like 1 lightsaber. Like I'll make one-off stuff that I think, man, that'd be really cool to do a whole bunch of, and then I don't.
Mitch Hale and George Lucas are gonna just
No.
bring her in court.
Different Star Wars. Totally different.
I totally get what you're saying, and actually, that's one of the reasons why I have so many like products listed in my Etsy shop is because that at once upon a time, like those products that I offer were things to get me out of a creative funk, and then I made one, and I was like, I should sell these, and then like lo and behold, they start selling, and you're like, oh,
Dang it!
it's not creative anymore. I've already done
I gotta
it.
do
That was a
47 of them.
job.
So, yeah.
I get it. In terms of people I look at, I've been super into Michael Alm stuff recently. Michael Alm, those nightstands they would be better if you would have run a finishing pass on your topography maps. It's a little rough. And then also Kara from And East. Cutting board girl, like
Oh yeah,
does 99% cutting boards, and they are just stunning.
she did something very subtle in one of her latest posts that I was like, ooh, I like that, and I don't know how to explain it, so you're just gonna have to go to her Instagram and check it out.
Talk shit about you subtly, or what?
No. She just go check. I'll send you guys links.
Ooh, screenshots.
Ooh.
Pete, what do? Give us your juice
I have
flowing.
been in a slump for like a year and change.
We could tell.
That's mainly because I've been very heavily involved in like the girls, Emma and Juniper, and I've been distracted. But I oftentimes get in a slump, and what I do to get out of the slump is one of two things: a shop project or shop jig, or something that's like going to make my life easier in a shop. Usually they're nice. You can bang them out in an afternoon or in a couple hours or a weekend or something. The other one is a project just for me or for the house, something that I'm not planning to do any kind of content on aside from maybe some stories. And usually for both of those, I will actually not do any content directly. I'll just talk about it, or I'll do some stories. And like, I just wrapped this up today or yesterday. So doing a project for me is how I get it. I put on the blinders, I ignore the stuff that's due tomorrow, and I do something for me to reset my brain. As
Little
far
Pete
as
time.
Little Pete time. Yeah. Pete on Pete time. Creative juice is flowing. The other thing is,
Turtle time.
Community inspires you. So I'm trying to apply the business approach and life approach of like surround yourself, or you're the culmination of the 5 people you surround yourself with. You have the friends you want to be like, and I'm trying to get as much time within different circles and people that are successful and people that I enjoy their content. Why do I enjoy the content? It's not just that I enjoy it; it's good content. It's got good views. So you're like, I get to talk to you guys every week, and you guys do inspire me. Not to get too cheesy here. Like Dan's doing it full time. Yeah, I had dry eyes. I'm crying. It's fine. Like Dan works this full time and has been doing it for years, and he's kicking butt despite us busting his balls all the time. Braden can't sit still. You make me feel like me, who can't sit still, isn't doing enough all the time.
That's
which
because
is a good
he's got
motivator.
hemorrhoids. He can't.
Yeah. But I've been trying, even I actually felt bad. I feel like I wasn't spending enough time with you guys at the festival, but I talk to you every week. I don't get to talk to Scotts Moses, to Alm, to Alma, to Hadil, to Brandy. Like, I don't get to talk to these people all the time.
That's
And I
why he
always
got rid
enjoy
of
their
us for
content.
lunch. Braden, he'd seen enough of us. He wanted to
Yeah,
talk to
but
other
he
people.
went to lunch with Keith, the third most person he hangs out with.
I went to lunch with Keith and
Drew.
And
Yeah, but-
that was we had great conversations, and like I picked up a couple things. It's always like I'm probably never going to have a chance, or I'm going to have very few chances to sit down with those two and talk about something, that pertains to our world here. But I BS with you guys every week, and we get to eat a bunch of meals together and share it. Dan is just ripping it. Oh, how can I tell, Dan? Your whole body did it.
It's that low carb, high protein chili I made.
And I'll kind of give a behind the scenes for Drew's class, and that was, if you want to make content, don't follow a trend, don't follow like what's viral right now. Look at the pages. Yeah, look at the pages like, the creators that you enjoy that have quite a lot of videos. Dan was actually used as one of the examples. And what is the most consistent winners on that page? And one of the things that, I don't want to spoil too much, but pretty consistently, built-ins, like cabinetry, kills on every channel. It's something that a lot of people seem to watch, because it's the DIYer's dream to be able to do a bunch of built-ins in your house. So, follow the people that you are inspired by and like look at what they're doing and why they're successful, and maybe reevaluate what you're doing, because clearly what I've been doing for years isn't working anymore. Dan, we've barely grown in the last 2 years. Whatever we're doing isn't working, right?
Well, we brought Braden on, so
no, not the podcast. I just mean like on Instagram and stuff.
I'm growing.
Oh, right. Yeah.
I'm at 3,000.
That's why I've resorted to posting rage bait content, because I'm out of ideas.
That
might be it.
That's our bench. We're now rage bait channels.
Yeah. I will say also this. A lot of times sorry to kind of run long on us, but a lot of times we feel like we're not doing enough, or our projects aren't cool enough, because we're seeing constant bangers. It's somewhat like, Braden just worked on this cool thing. Dan just built that cool cutting board.
Here's the thing. Like, we've talked about this before. You're comparing yourself to other people's highlight reels.
But not just that. It's the culmination of multiple accounts.
Right.
Like,
we're looking at like 40 bangers in a day. Yeah.
You feel like you're not doing anything. But how many of those people have had repeat bangers back to back?
Bangers.
Not a lot.
Smash.
So always think about that. Anytime you see something like, I could have built that, or that's so cool. Now if I do it, I'm like stealing the idea.
I think of that.
Look at their account and like how many other things are inspiring you, or how many other things where you're like, wow, this is awesome. So don't compare yourself to all of the maker community. Pick some accounts you like and try to be like them.
Also remember that banger that you just saw, that could be like their fifth piece of content from that one banger. So I mean, it could look like they're just pumping out bangers every day, but Drew was talking in his class. He put out 12 videos last year. 12. That's it.
No. 8.
7.
8. 7. He put out less than 20.
And
8. He did 18 in the first, or was like 2 a month?
He was doing like 2 a month.
Right? Yeah. So
clearly we listened to the details. We got the je ne sais quoi of the class.
We get the video.
Drew was there.
Drew was there.
Drew for sure was there.
Wait, no, that was Craig. Frick.
I don't know. From the waist down, they all look the same. Anyways, Nick Vreeland.
I recently saw a reel on Instagram where the maker was talking about making tens of thousands of dollars with whiskey smokers, which is great, and I'm happy for him. But then he showed his display and he laser engraves the whiskey smokers with the logos of whiskey brands and large universities. I know that a couple of folks that listen to this also have used copyrighted images or products too, and sold them. And not to call out any specific host, but I'm pretty sure Jeep is trademarked as well.
Oh.
Being in Madison, Wisconsin, I'm sure I could make a killing by putting Bucky Badger or UW on my smokers and other items too, but I don't, since I don't have the rights for that. When I see other makers do this, I typically have a negative reaction, in the sense of it not being right for them to do that, but there's also a lot of jealousy. If I did that, I'm sure I could make more money too. So what are your feelings on other makers using logos or brands on products? Thanks, guys. Nick, better than Brim Vreeland.
Nick, by the way, Nick Vreeland is number 1 right now. So if you guys are tracking, there's a whole list of Nicks. So Braden, follow up to that question.
Emotional damage.
How does that make you feel, Jeep boy?
I'm gonna be honest, I don't care. I don't care at all. Okay, there's two sides to this answer on one hand, don't advertise your stuff because you will get hit. Like these companies, Jeep, Harley Davidson,
Lego,
Disney, Lego.
Yeah.
These brands, they have not one lawyer, they have a firm of lawyers whose job it is
They have
to
armies
just
of lawyers.
and none of them have
bury
straight teeth.
you.
They all have retainers.
That was good. I like that. That was tasty. Their entire job is just to go and just beat little makers, copycats, people using the brand without permission.
They're just
into the ground.
yeah.
And then several feet under that, perhaps 6 feet under that.
They're just out to protect their IP, their intellectual property.
That's it.
That's their whole job.
They don't care. And because there's a lot of different directions that once you kind of open up the can of worms with IP in one place, like it gets very hard to protect. So they protect it aggressively. Don't advertise that stuff unless you got something like worked out with them where you were actually licensed to do products. Don't do it.
Let me ask you this.
Okay, go ahead.
Oh no, please, no. Actually, finish your point. Because go ahead.
Craft fairs, selling stuff on the side, custom stuff. Like somebody asks if you can do something all day long.
Yup.
All day long with a
I'll engrave
smile on my
almost
face.
anything. Anything.
Yeah.
As long as it fits on the board.
It has nothing to do with copyright law that will stop me from engraving something on something else. But I get that bag. Like we live in a capitalist society. It's dog eat dog, and it's all about trying to get out from under the big guy.
Mm-hmm.
Now I'm going to ask a follow up.
Okay.
So, will you post that content? Not advertised, not listed as a product to sell, but just listed in your Instagram or something. Because they're not as vicious on like Instagram and other places. It's more the sale platforms.
And that's part of the copyright law is you can generally use those logos and things in your own personal usage. There's a lot of protection and stuff that if you're using it for your own personal stuff. The second you sell it or you advertise it for sale, that's where you were just wide open to a sweet, sweet kiss from a big burly biker man on a Harley Davidson.
And technically, you're not really allowed to use intellectual property for personal use either. But typically, how are they gonna find out unless you like share it all over the place?
Right. Well,
so they're not going to come after you for that. So
you'll get a cease and desist. It's very hard to prove damages for personal use.
Exactly. Exactly.
I have shared a couple of things every now and then. The big guys, Harley Davidson, Disney. I don't post a lot of that stuff when I've done it.
Mm-hmm.
Allegedly, I did a set of cornhole boards with the Harley logo at one point. I didn't post
can't
those,
prove a thing. You can't prove
but you can't prove it. That was a different Braden from a different time. That was pre-COVID Braden.
So first of all, I agree with you. Yes, don't advertise. I will engrave almost anything on a board.
Oh, yeah.
But I would post without like for sale or whatever. Or I'm doing these now, just like post it as like,
hey, I made this
little something from this weekend because it is content.
Don't tag them.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't tag the brands.
Well, I will say, if there's a way that Dan and I can sell $10,000 in whiskey smokers, I will do just short of anything to make that work out. Because end of the day, my mortgage company, they're very picky on the kind of currency I've got to pay them with.
Yeah,
Now,
they won't take whiskey smokers.
Hopes and dreams. They don't take them.
So here's the double standard, though. Dan, what do you sell ZCIs for?
Saws.
Okay. And do you say what brand it is?
I've had enough trouble on Etsy. I don't want to walk down this path.
That's the thing. It is a double-sided coin there. Like
it really is. But
this Festool and Milwaukee stuff that I sell.
It's the wording, right? I don't say this is such and such branded. I say this is to be used for.
Yeah. By the way, that's why I don't have any I don't have company branding except my own on the parts that I make.
Yeah, I would never put the branding of the companies. I'll put your logo on the things that I'm making.
Yeah,
I would put that on there for you, but I would never advertise that I would do it.
because your Lego person Trey,
It's a block person
Trey, like that got taken down real quick.
Nope.
No, the original one, didn't it?
Nope. My
I thought
block
you got a
person tray
strike.
is fine. Nope.
One of my,
Our
Jeep
old third
trivets get taken
host
down.
had his.
Oh, okay. I just remember someone getting theirs taken down.
Yeah.
I had a Jeep trivet. I had two Jeep trivets, one that had the grill and one that had the actual
Trivet.
logo. Sorry,
I don't know if that's
It's trivial.
I had a dish that had the Jeep logo and the Jeep grill, and it was like it wasn't even the grill. It was a silhouette of a vehicle that looked 4-wheel drive-ish. That one got hit with the, hey, you can't use copyright material, whereas right next to it was the actual logo. Didn't get taken down.
What was the wording you used in the listing?
I said the word.
Jeeple.
I said Jeep.
Did you use it in both listings or just the one that got hit?
I'm almost 100% positive I was stupid enough to use it in both. I just got lucky on one.
Huh. Okay.
But I mean, hey, 50%, that ain't bad. I do that in Russia.
Hey, man, if baseball players could hit 500, they'd be all
Hall of Fames. Hall of Fames.
There we go. Batting 500.
Yeah, you bat 500 as a MLB player, you 100% have the fancy $1,000 fully built-in bidet toilet. That's the kind of life you're living.
Facts.
Pete, you animal.
The seatbelt.
As it
what
should.
What are you doing?
Yeah, so I mean, there's your answer. Go for it. Engrave whatever people want. Have a demo engraving board. Show a car brand, show a whiskey brand, show whatever, but don't advertise that. Just have it as like there in a moment so people can visualize. Like, oh, I got a Toyota Prius. I would love a Toyota logo on that. You know, whatever. What people are weird. People like Jeeps. People like Priuses. So, Dan, did you see that video of a Cummins swapped Prius?
Yes, I have.
I forget what it was, but you like slipped up. You said it fast, and we're like,
we were in
came
the
in
Uber. We were in the Uber, and I was in the back seat, like the third row. You guys were talking about something, and I said something about come in a Prius. Like what? I forget.
Dan searching for creative juices again.
Come in a Prius. Cummings in a Prius. Cummings swapped.
Yeah,
Prius.
This is a family. This is a family podcast. Settle
Thank
down.
God our Uber drivers didn't speak English because man, the conversations in those cars.
No,
they
one of
had
them was
headphones
laughing
in.
at us. One of them was laughing at us.
A different one had headphones in. I noticed. He does.
Each one of them had video like of the passengers, so we're probably making them content. They're probably living.
Yeah. Oh yeah, they're just
large
live
on
streaming
our-
us.
Guys, we're going viral, but not in the way you think.
We just hop in and go, "Welcome to Crash Cab." I'm like, did he say?
Wait,
crash?
I'm sorry. What? Welcome to Crab Cab.
Also,
if you go to Council Bluffs, Iowa, you get in and they're like, "Welcome to Meth Cab," and
You want some meth? Dan could if he felt like it. He could totally get meth.
I could.
I gotta say, for Texas, I will say I was pretty disappointed in their Uber XL selection. A lot of crushed knees in the third row.
Oh God.
Yeah, pretty rough.
Who was I in the back third? Greg D'Ambrosio, a lovely VIP patron. We got slammed into the back of one of those Uber XLs, and oh my God,
I was back.
We probably could have just cuddled.
Morgan or someone.
It turns out that's actually one of our VIP patron perks is you get to cuddle with
I was
Dan
basically
in the backseat
sitting
of an
on Greg's
Uber
lap.
XL.
Yeah, solid dude, good dude too.
Yes.
Yeah.
Indeed. Oh, you know what we didn't bring up? Braden. Pete.
Dan.
James Alford of Trash Panda fame brought us
my gosh.
a batch or like a smorgasbord,
A kit and a caboodle. The caboodle came free.
of Czech delights.
Yeah, which is Polish adjacent.
It is.
Pastries.
Patisseries.
I'll tell you what. Because
I'll tell you
I was
what.
off not only the drinking wagon, but also the eating good wagon. I went to town on those things when Braden was out karaoke.
I came back from
Before
karaoke to Dan just spread eagle starfish style on the bed in his underwear, just covered head to foot in licked clean saran wrappers.
Greg, I had none of it.
It was
I was sad to say I had none
Alex
of it.
Duffy stole the pecan pie. I'll tell you that.
That's acceptable. Remember a
VIP
couple months ago,
patron
we
perk.
went over all this. The worst pie.
Yeah.
That is
First
true.
of all pies are great. Pies already,
Pumpkin.
I like you, right?
Pumpkin, apple.
Like
In that
all
order.
pies live between Nick number 2 and Nick number 3 on the list. Like I think that's how much we all like pie. So, but pecan, come on,
There's some
basically a
jokes in there
vegetable.
somewhere. I don't know.
All right. Well, speaking of vegetables, I want to give a huge shout out to our patrons and our sponsors and
many kisses.
all the people that listen this long. It's almost at 2 hours. If we wrap it up in 20 seconds, we're going to be under 2 hours.
Woo!
Dan, do the thing.
Who's doing what thing?
Dan, do the thing. Just say words. Quick.
Thanks for listening. We love you long time. Bye.
Right. Brayden, do the
Bye,
thing.
bye, 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 bye,
Love you,
bye, 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 bye.
bye.
That was the most awkward ending ever.
Love you long time.
Bye.